Hello, my name is Amina and I'm your decision-making specialist. I'd like to tell you something that my client told me today about her relationship with her mom and her dad. She's 53 years old, and when she was growing up, it was not a great childhood for her, and she felt like she was an orphan. Her mom and dad were divorced, and she spent some time with her dad, some time with her mom. And she said she didn't feel like she was welcome with either one of them. Like they keep trying to shove her off on the other person, and just felt unwanted and abandoned, and has really struggled a lot with that. And that's the reason that she originally came to me. And today she said that she had called her mom because she and her husband and their son are moving out of state, and she wanted to tell her mom, and she was really anxious that her mom usually finds some kind of a flaw with my client's decision making, or some reason that she ought not to do it. Just isn't usually happy for her about anything. So my client said she called her mom and she said, my mom guessed we were moving before I even told her. I told her about a town we had seen and the hotel we stayed in. And my mom said, oh, you're going to move. Except she didn't say it like, oh, you're going to move. Nah, she didn't put it down. She didn't tone her voice down. She just said, will you be happy there? And my client was really caught off guard. She had prepared all of these discussions in her mind. This conversation could go that way, it could go that way, could go that way. And she'd had them in her head, and she had a plan A and a plan B all mapped out. And she said she didn't know what to say when her mom said, will you be happy? And she said, and I said, well, what did you end up telling your mom? And I said, that matters how you responded. And she said, I remembered something that we had talked about that has always stuck with me, and it's really helped with my mom and my dad. And I said, well, what was that? And she said, when you told me to begin talking and being with my parents in the here and now, to start right now, not to keep holding me or them for what happened in the past, not thinking that they were going to be able or would make up for everything that I didn't get. And she said, I remember that I didn't have to forgive them. I didn't have to make excuses for it, that I could be really honest with myself about what happened and what didn't happen and how it affected me. Then I had a choice of right now how I could respond to my mother. And I thanked my mother for wanting to know about my happiness. And I said, I know, to her mom. She said, I know that there's no guarantee, and I've checked it out the very best way I can. I've remembered how you taught me to check things out before I said yes or no. And we had a family discussion, and we're deciding we're going to do it. Our house is up for sale. Our friends are going to let us stay in an apartment they have there while we look for our new home. And we both have prospects for another job. We're going to manage the hotel that's there. It's an old one. It's been there for a long time. It's a heritage building. And we've always wanted like a bed and breakfast at some point. And this way, we do not have to use it as a business in order to pay for our home. We can buy our home will be our home, our work will be our work, and we will be serving people like a bed and breakfast. And her mom said, oh, it sounds like you are winning any way you look at it. And you know what? I'm really glad for you. And I said, and what did you say? And she said, I'm really glad that you're glad, Mom. And I really appreciate this conversation and your support. And she said, and then I told my mom I loved her. I haven't told her that for a long time, and I haven't felt it for a long time, and I wouldn't have meant it for a long time, and today I did. So I can't guarantee that if you have a difficult relationship that it's going to get better immediately. My client has been working and practicing and learning new ways and new skills and new tools in her toolbox. And she has practiced them until they became more natural for her than to keep going into the closet with the past locked in it. So I'm offering that to you today. Whoever that you would like to better your relationship or your situation, begin with where you are right now to move forward. And that includes if you're upset with yourself. Begin where you are. If you've disappointed yourself today, accept that that's today, and the next minute begins tomorrow. All right, begin where you are, and I hope that beginning includes coming back here, because I will be here, and I know you're important. All right, thanks for coming, and until you come again, bye for now.